Come on in. Hey, I'm Tim from True North. We're out here on the road with Capstan, Colorblind, and Not Enough Space. And this is our RV. So, most of us in the band usually split up the driving. A couple of us like driving late at night when it's quiet, and a couple of us will just fall asleep. So, me and Joel, our guitar player, only do the morning shifts, and then Michael and Sean only do the night shifts. So usually we have somebody in the passenger seat at all times, just kind of keeping the driver company, or putting on tunes, or just doing their own thing. When it's super late at night, usually that person will be asleep so that they can take over driving. But yeah. So in terms of what we listen to, it is all over the map. Whether it's hardcore, or hip-hop, or 80s jazz, or sometimes even podcasts or comedy. There's really no telling what we're going to be listening to up here, but whatever keeps the driver going. Alright, so up here, we've got our guitar player Joel, and he's up here in what we like to call the Nook, and this is the most desired spot on the entire RV because it's a comfy, cozy little cave, so usually at least 3 of us are fighting for it at any given time.
Yep. So usually there's just one person up here. It feels a little bit sus to have more than one up here, especially if we're moving at night. But it's definitely the coziest area, because if you're in the back, you're kind of bouncing up and down with any bumps that the RV hits. Kind of same with these two, honestly. It kind of feels like you're on like a roller coaster. This, for whatever reason, is just like very neutral, so you don't really feel the RV moving too much. So that's why everyone fights over it. It's definitely the coziest spot in the RV.
So this is the main lounge area, and as you can see, we got Sean, our guitar player, and Morgan, our bass player, hanging out up here. This usually is a table. And if we didn't have such a late morning today, it probably would be right now. Usually people are hanging out here, working on their laptops, or playing card games, or just kind of, hanging out. And then this also doubles as a bed. It pulls out, but other than that, it's usually just Morgan hanging out on his phone.
So, I'm honestly not usually the one that sleeps here. This is usually Tim's bed. It doesn't really change other than that. I think you might like this spot. This table has gone through a couple different members. I know our videographer, photographer, Jacqueline, likes sleeping on here. I believe Sean actually slept on here last night.
Tried to.
We do actually, due to space, we do sometimes have somebody sleep on the floor. We have a mattress that usually goes down. That's usually Joel that sleeps there. I am usually sleeping in the back there, either with Michael or Sean, because I am the best cuddler.
Well, I actually did the last shift, so I drove till 4:30 in the morning, and then so I actually did sleep on the floor for a bit. Then when Joel got up to start driving, he gave this spot up, and I tried to extend my legs, but as you can see, kind of a little bit too tall for this, so that was unsuccessful.
So this is our pantry, our dedicated food cave, and as you can see, it's filled with all the goodies you could possibly want. So we've got our popcorn that our content person Jacqueline loves to make almost every night, and makes the van smell real nice. We love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in here, and that's one of the main things that we make, or at least those of us who don't really get involved in the kitchenette. And yeah, it's kind of filled with assorted stuff. We've got tortillas, we've got nuts, even tuna for when people make little wraps, and of course, beef jerky. And then over here, just kind of miscellaneous stuff. There's usually always a bunch of bottles of water, which we basically steal from the venue every night, depending on if the other bands need them. And then over here, we've got a PS5 and some other stuff, but we've actually never set the PS5 up this entire tour. I think we all thought that we'd have a lot more downtime than we really do. So this is our kitchenette area, and it's got a petrol stove, or a propane stove, my apologies, a sink, and even a fridge and freezer. And so we do a little bit of cooking. Usually Joel, our guitar player, and Jacqueline are the two that cook, and the rest of us kind of just snack. So up here in the fridge, we have some beer, and maybe Morgan might be having a beer. Not all of us are drinking a lot on tour. It's usually just 1 or 2. And then, we've got some yogurt in here. I think Joel likes to keep healthy with the berries. Maybe he'll make a smoothie with that. I have my own yogurt as well. And then, of course, the finishing touch on any meal, a good hot sauce. So up here in the freezer, let's see what we have. We have some rice, which I think Joel and Jacqueline used to make some delicious rice bowls, maybe some wraps, and then, of course, more smoothie ingredients. We've got mixed berries and bananas, and then every once in a while, someone will have a frozen meal. And then a microwave, actually, as a matter of fact, as well, which is how we make the popcorn every night. So, yeah. It's kind of hard to use the stove, especially while moving, but every once in a while, you know, Michael might make some coffee, or somebody might use it. And we actually have a blender as well. I'm not sure where the rest of it is, but sometimes smoothies are made throughout the day as well. Up here, just kind of miscellaneous junk. The RV did come with some mugs and bowls, but usually we just use paper or plastic cutlery, and that's where we keep it. It's up here. And of course, coffee. So over here, we have the bathroom, which is small and tight, but when you're on the road, it does the job. We got a toilet, no pooping of course, and we have a sink where you can just kind of brush your teeth, although we never use the water because you never know what's in it, so we usually just use bottled water instead. And then over here, we actually do have a shower in here, but none of us have ever showered. We usually just keep this as a storage for any stinky items like our shoes after the show or dirty clothes. We'll just kind of toss in here, and it's almost more like a closet than a shower. All right, so back here we have the master bedroom, and as you can see, Michael has made himself quite at home back here. This used to be pretty bouncy and uncomfortable, but luckily we came upon this queen size mattress topper, and it turns it into the coziest little area. It also has become a little bit of a storage in and of itself. There's a lot of things on the floor. Usually people keep their backpacks back here. It's not the tidiest, but it keeps the front area a lot more clean.
So typically back here, there's usually at least one or two of us, because it's definitely more spacious than anywhere else if you're gonna lie down. I normally have my Switch, playing Zelda or lots of Pokemon. You know, a few of us love the Pokemon app on the phone, so lots of ways to find to kill time just on a long drive. If we're not playing, like Tim said earlier, if we're not playing cards up in on the table there, I'm usually back here or in the nook up there playing Switch, and or some people might watch a movie on their phone, just kind of hang out. Gives you a little bit of space to just kind of detach a little bit.
Thanks so much for coming and hanging out on our RV. True North appreciates you for checking this video out. And we are just about to release our second album. It's called Either Way the Sun's Exploding, and it's going to be out May 30th, 2025. So it might already be out by the time you're watching this video. And other than that, thank you so much for watching.